It's August of 2022, and I'm here in Grenada, alone. I've got 3 months to complete a ridiculous amount of work on our Sailboat Acadian. I'm focusing mainly on projects to improve the boat's reliability and performance. But before I can start the upgrades, I'll have to tear this old boat apart. So thanks for watching, and let's get to it. Alright, so we've got our work started. Check this out. Boat's getting a whole bunch of bottom work done right now. Yep. This is all taped up, and lots of work going on down there. Alright, so it is August 26th, early morning, waiting on the crew to show up to start working on the boat, and routine is beginning to develop here. The guys that are working on our boat do this a lot, dude, so they're professionals at it. This morning I did a walkthrough on the work that they're doing. It's yeah, wow. All right, here we go. There she is. These guys have been grinding away, man. There's one guy who's sanding the bottom of the boat, or grinding all the gel coat off the bottom of the boat, and he's doing a good job. He's kicking butt. He's not like being too aggressive with it. He's only taking off the paint and the gel coat, which is really good. He did a lot of work by himself yesterday. I would imagine he'll be finished in another day or so. It's gonna be nice to pull this tarp away and actually see how bad it is. Yeah, you can see where we have some fiberglass issues. Right, so this was an osmosis problem, and you see the lighter colored stuff, so that's actually delamination, and there's moisture as well, right? That's a wet spot. It's everywhere. So all that moisture's got to dry out of this thing, so she's gonna have to sit for a good long while. So the issue isn't as severe on the bow. It's more in, I guess, in the fat belly section. I guess it's lower in the water. Maybe there's more pressure in that area because it's more surface area. I don't know. Anyways, it's getting fixed. You look at the paint, the edge right here, you can see. So Beneteau originally had installed a barrier coat below the gel coat, and then we have another barrier coat that we installed, and then the anti-fouling paint, right? So that system over the years, their barrier coat / gel coat has failed. Yeah, see, look at this one. That's deep, dude. Look at that. That's a good 1/4 of an inch. It's got to fix it. It's gonna be lots of sanding, lots of fiberglass work, lots of paint, lots of barrier coat, lots of time. Yeah, big job. So today I'm gonna make some progress. Been kind of in a slump lately. I guess it's because I've got so many people working around the boat and working on the boat. I'm just kind of waiting for them to finish what they're doing so they can get out of the way and I can get my stuff done. But that's ridiculous because I have a giant list and I have things that I can do inside the boat and on the deck of the boat. I'm gonna pick something on the list and I'm gonna get it done. At least start it anyways. Here we are down in the anchor locker. It has a floor right here. Best I can tell, it's plywood. This wood is rotten. The first step, remove this piece of wood. Yep. So this is our anchor windlass. The old windlass was just shot, so we installed this guy, and it's been pretty bulletproof. After 3 years of service, you can see that we're starting to have some paint failure, specifically right here where the stainless meets the aluminum, the cast aluminum housing. So I'm going through, I'm cleaning all of this up. I'm gonna OSFO it to make sure I get all of the corrosion off of it. And then after I OSFO it, I'm gonna repaint it. One component I did break at one point in time. This dude is supposed to be straight. This is the guy that rides on top of the chain links and basically holds the chain on the gypsy. It does not work very good. I've been having to actually put my foot on top of the gypsy when I pay the chain out so that the chain doesn't skip off of the gypsy and just go bailing off the bow of the boat and we lose our chain. Alright, so this box right here is the box that houses the relay for the anchor windlass, and I've got to remove the windlass because I want to fix the paint. Gonna have to open the box up, disconnect the big conductors that are going into the box. Here it is. So I was able to open the box, and apparently we have had some water intrusion. Check that out. All this corroded metal is the connection for the positive terminal on our windlass. Oh, that is so bad. And then you can look at the terminal. The lug is completely gone. There's no more tape on it. It's completely rotted away. I just don't understand how we even had a connection on that. Look, I mean, it just rotten, dude. All right, here's our project for today. I need to paint our windlass, but it's been raining all day, so I'm not gonna paint today because it's real humid. So no big deal. But we have an issue with our rudder. So the rudder was waterlogged. We've been draining the water out of it. And you can see right here, there's a gap between the fiberglass and foam. So that's a problem. So, and you can also see, look how soft it is. See it flexing? Yeah, it ain't supposed to flex like that. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna open this thing up. I'm gonna take one entire side off of it, right? So I'm gonna cut just along the edge, leave myself an edge. So when I go to put the refiberglass that I have a tab to tab into from the structure, I'm gonna go the entire parameter of the rudder. We're gonna pull that section off and we're gonna see what we have inside. Make sure this thing is in good shape and put it all back together. So I've got a grinder. I've got a couple of cutting discs. I've got some pry bars to pry the fiberglass off of it. And I've got a mask to protect myself from fiberglass. Let's get to it. You can see, got a nice cut along the entire parameter of the rudder, all the way through the fiberglass into the foam. So all that's left to do now is to pry this piece of fiberglass off of the rudder. Let's see if it's that simple. We may have to do some more cutting, not sure yet. All right, here it is. So I'm starting to see the construction of this thing. So the shaft is here. So you see the shaft goes down into the rudder this way. Look how thick the fiberglass is right here. All right, so actually cut into the structure. So I'm gonna have to taper this back, strengthen this back up. So with good epoxy and resin and fiberglass, I'll have to put a bevel in this section right here and reglass this area because I did cut into the rudder post a bit. So we're gonna reinforce that. The guys that are working for me, they wanted $1,200 to do this job. I'm not gonna pay them $1,200 to do this. I'm not gonna do it myself. Just the cost of material. I've pulled half of the foam out of this thing, right? You can see this stringer right here. There's not much glass in it. It's more resin than anything else. It was tabbed in. You can see where the tabbing was right here. And the tabbing just completely failed on it. So now we have a gap. You can see the gap in it right there, which is not good. But we're gonna fix it, right? And I'm gonna fix it better than what it currently is. I'm gonna pull this foam out as well. I'm gonna rebuild this stringer, make sure it's more glass than anything else. Basically make a T-stringer where it's got a flat spot on the top. That way when I lay the fiberglass on top, it's actually tabbed into both sides. But for now, the next step is gonna be to remove the rest of this foam. That's better. All right, so here it is. The rudder rebuild's gonna take shape pretty quickly. I've actually have like 99% of materials I need to build this thing. So that's a lot of big projects started this week. And I also started fixing flat bastard today too. I started grinding out the areas that need to get fixed on the hull of flat bastard. I'm really hoping we can save that dinghy because I can't afford a new dinghy right now. Yeah. A lot of progress this week, and we still have 2 months to go. Yeah, God. Asking for it again, Jared.